Roll call, please.
Shropshire,
Yes? Here?
Bradshaw,
Yes, here.
Trammell,
Here.
All right. I know of no petitions from the audience. Do you know of any, Mayor? Okay, no petitions for the audience. Okay, we're going to discuss possibly approve the minutes of April 8th, 2025 meeting. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion? Hearing no discussion, call for the vote.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Shropshire.
Yes. All right, number 4, Mayor's report. Mr. Mayor.
Okay, I promise I'm kind of quick.
Okay.
We are getting ready to start some budget season stuff. Some of you may or may not have gotten some correspondence from me today. I'll wait to hear back from you on that. I'm just gonna be honest, as we go into this budget season, we are at a little bit of a data handicap, is that what we wanna call what we have, trying to find things. Nobody in it now.
We're learning.
We're learning, but we're working together to pull up reports. And we've found some, we've taken some time to go through and look at where we're at. Honestly, things don't look bad. There's a few of the accounts where we have some questions that we're gonna have to pose to Jeff in terms of like, hey, let's get this cleaned up. We've got one, for example, the library state aid or something, and it's got 25 cents. I don't even know where 25 cents came from, but
That's a
let's
big-
get that
Somebody
cleaned
made
up.
a copy, I guess.
Somebody did something, but for the most part, from the glance of what we have on what we budgeted versus current year period actual, most of the accounts look pretty healthy, pretty good. It's gonna be the things like workman's comp insurance. We know that that's gonna eat our lunch.
Are they is that supposed to drop this year?
Well, no, this is the last of the third year. This is also the last of the year that we carry. If you remember, year before last, we split them up. This is gonna be the last year that we carry that load of being a full entity. There are a lot of workman's comp situations we're looking at, we're trying to assess. And I don't really want to go too deep into the woods on that because, many things, including HIPAA, but we have some that they just don't make sense. Turned my head and now my neck hurts, and so we got to file that one. Or, I was doing this and there's just a lot of things, but then we have some legitimate where somebody in the line of duty or somebody doing a job or accidents happen. But we're at the tail end of a couple of really high years, and we also have to look at some of the employees that take medications that are high dollar. That affects all of those numbers, and so as we look at that, that's where we're at. We're just looking at it. We have to assess it and be prepared for it. But just know going forward, the trend that I see so far is that that's gone up. So not out of control, but most of those workman's comp accounts and line items, they're going to be high.
Do you know when we'll get our estimates of insurance, not just workers' comp, but also?
So those emails have been going back and forth this week and last week on starting the bidding process, getting what are we going, what we're looking at, who's going to be players. It's all starting right now, and so I think we were talking today. Was it you, me and Hannah? I don't know. I think it was Hannah and I and
Jimmy Greason.
yeah, we were talking about how that's going to look. One of the things that we're really looking at in terms of like retirement and insurance is, in the past, those educational pieces for the employees have been like, you want to come sign up? And I know there was one year, for example, as we're talking about the 457 plan, which is like our retirement type deal. They had 4 people from the city show up. One was Eva, one was Lisa. See what I'm saying? The problem is right now we have a younger staff than we've ever had on average. We need to buoy them up in their futures and support them in understanding that 9% on a retirement plan is unheard of right now. And if you're a young guy, say at the rec center, and you're working there and you're full time and you're 21, 22, why on earth would you not start saving up for some of that? The problem is, that low turnout for those has put us at a 33% participation rate. If we have higher participation rates, we start to see things where employees are more vested, it ultimately will save us in the long run. But the idea is we need to invest in our employees. So those are things we're looking at as we get into insurance, wellness programs that might help us create healthier employees. Ultimately, all of that drives down those workman comp cases. There's even things like depression. It's some things on those 4 or 5 pages of workman comps you just look at and you're like, are you kidding me? But it is what it is. So as we look at those things, those are things we're going to start really assessing, and we'll bring the right players into that as we go. But again, things look pretty decent. They're pretty straightforward. We've got a couple non-general fund accounts that we have some questions. We need to clean them up. We still have a couple capital things that we need to make sure they get moved before the end of the year. That's kind of, I spent the day today and last night going through that. Sales tax, we're up $27,135 over last month. That is down $35,000 from our average, but we'll come back to that. $640,000 less than we were at the year end from last year. So another good month, and that'll put our gross sales tax over what we finished last year. That put $422,555 to the general fund this month. So, and those numbers came in sometime from when I left last night till I came in this morning. So thank you for those getting plugged in. Use tax is up $31,853.11 over last month, $29,139 over the average. So if you look at that, that kind of, I'm going to take a liberty here, that kind of balances out the lower numbers we have on the sales tax with the higher use tax. Kind of gets us a little bit back to where sales tax numbers need to be, closer to the average. So, you know, we'll take the swap if we have to. So 145,000 is a good number for use tax. And don't get me wrong, when our average is 937 on the sales, 901 isn't that bad. It's not that. What did we have? 871 the month before, 874. So that's a good trend. That's an
And
upward trend.
when construction starts, we're gonna see that rise pretty high too, aren't we?
Yes. Tobacco tax. Well, this was a big increase. We're up 925 over last month. That average is going to come out at the year end. It's going to come out lower than last year, but you know, we always joke about that. That's one we kind of are okay at being lower, but nonetheless, we still want to see. We still need those tax dollars, so we're not going to laugh too hard. But what that does is that puts us, the tobacco tax, the use tax, sales tax, as of right now, we're $565,926 behind our final numbers of last year. So, questions? And then we're still just trying to get the hotel motel stuff settled out. I think we did discuss in council having the resolution to have the tax commission begin collecting that. That will take a big burden off of our shoulders. So let's, anyways, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Number 5, discuss possible recommend council action regarding a grant application from Pryor Area Arts and Humanities Council for Missoula Children's Theater to be held June the 9th through June the 23rd, 2025, in the amount of $2,000. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Has this gone to the hotel motel people yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's already passed through them. Okay, that was the one question I had.
Are you guys familiar with Missoula?
Mm-hmm.
We've had that for years.
Yeah.
Mhm. Further discussion?
Mm-hmm.
All right, no more discussion. Call for the vote.
Trammell,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Number 6, discuss possibly recommend council action regarding a grant application from Mays County Historical Society Incorporated for design and implementation of a website for the Kawaya Museum in the amount of $5,000. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. I guess this one's gone through there too, so that's good. Questions?
You have anything you wanna comment on, Lisa?
Well, if you have any questions, I just think that it will, help, economically. I know we're right on Highway 69, and Mays County has one of the richest histories in the whole state of Oklahoma.
They do.
And we really need to be highlighting that and pushing that. And I think that having a website will give us that reach to the, besides our local. We had the last couple of months, March and April, we had 184 visitors. Now, we're only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. And out of those, we had people from Dallas, Fort Worth, Minnesota, California,
All over the place.
Pretty amazing. Lubbock, Texas, Kilgore, Charlotte, North Carolina, Mound City, Kansas, Tahlequah, Tulsa, Ponca City, Waltersville, Oklahoma City, and Claremore. And I think that's pretty remarkable.
It is.
And we have about 900 visitors. For the last 2 years, it's been average about 950 visitors. And we have great volunteers. We've got about 2,600 hours of volunteer hours, and they're just phenomenal. I mean, they show up and clear the rooms out, and we put new paneling in, and we painted the inside, we painted the outside, all of that. Plus, the people that run the museum are all volunteers, so.
Another thing too is if they come to the museum, more than likely they're gonna stop and maybe get something to eat or buy some fuel or something.
Sure.
So it's good.
And if you're going somewhere, normally to a different place, if you're traveling, if you're like me, I'll go get that, I'll go get that town. What is there to do there? Oh, well, there's a museum. And then I click that website to find out what's going on. But, ours takes us to Facebook. And that's been great. We have 2 Facebook accounts, and we use that. And we get a lot of, attention. But this will reach out further than that.
Are you gonna put this, and I'm just asking, are you gonna put this website under the city,
Well, I would hope that we could link with the city.
Okay.
I would hope we could link with the chamber,
Yeah, the
with the
chamber's what.
schools,
Chamber would be good,
with the
yeah.
website. I
I
would
also
think.
link with the Inspire Mays County, Inspire Pryor.
Mhm.
That is getting tremendous traffic right now for students. And I mean like almost more traffic than the city's website. Not a replacement, but it's just getting a lot of traffic, so
That's good.
Inspire is a good one.
Lots of good outlets, huh?
But it'll be a great place to tell our story.
Sure. Thank you. Further discussion?
No,
All right, call for the vote, please.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Bramble.
yes.
Okay, I know of no unforeseen business. I don't know of anything. You got anything? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion, call for the vote.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Bramble,
Yes.
Shropshire.
Yes, we are adjourned.
Thunder up, right?
Thunder up.
Until 8:30.